You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to this Thursday, August 10th edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm one of your in-studio hosts, Ben Roof, and we've got Kevin Shields with me today as well. And we've got a wonderful show in store for you today. Avija Scarborough, our culture reporter, is going to be joining us on the couch, as is Yeti's Grind. And we'll also be checking in Silverthorne at some of the outlet malls and touring around a couple of the other great things to do here in the Vail Valley. Your Good Morning Vail starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you very much, Ben, for that opening. We do have a great show for you today, but let's take a look and see what's happening in that local weather so we can plan throughout the weekend. Today getting up 56 degrees, a nice brisk 56 degrees. High today of 77 degrees. Rain 20% chance today, so we might see some of those showers move in later on in the afternoon. 10 to 20 mile an hour winds coming out of the west, so blowing a little bit of that cloud cover in that could possibly bring some precipitation. Looking at Vail by the hour, we got 56 degrees, as I said, warming up today. Gradual temperature increase. 4, 5 o'clock, probably going to see that high of that 77 today, but then it's going to start going back down. So we're going to see some of those low temperatures come back in, which is really create a lot of great sleeping weather. Looking at the Vail Valley corridor here, we've got 84 in Eagle, 80 in Avon, 77 in Vail. Denver seeing those 90-degree temperatures come back up. Just last week they were down in those low 80s, but now it's starting to warm back up there in Denver, seeing some of that heat come back in. So tonight, 47 degrees. Again, that sunset setting at about 8:10. We're gradually seeing those days get shorter and shorter, so make sure you get out there and enjoy the best part of what we've got still left in the season. Here's that 5-day looking pretty good. Friday, 77 degrees. Saturday, 78 degrees. Sunday, 76 degrees. 76 degrees. And, looks like some rain possibly moving in on Monday. As I said, that cloud cover is coming in and bringing hopefully a little precipitation with it, but we don't want to ruin that weekend. And then those lower temperatures are in those 40s. It's been so nice, Ben, getting up in the morning, walking out, nice, brisk weather.
It really has. It's been gorgeous. And just that little bit of cloud cover every morning, lighten up with that little bit of an orange as we're getting up and heading out this morning. It's been great. It's just been absolutely spectacular getting out, as long as you don't get almost trampled by moose.
Right. That's an interesting, so Ben has a great story for us. Was out on Shrine Pass.
I was out on Monday up on Shrine Pass, and I watched the sunset up on the pass and was hiking down. It was starting to get dark. I had lights with me and everything, but it wasn't dark enough to need them yet. And I had my dog with me too, and of course he was on a leash. And as we were coming down, he alerted to something that I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't smell, nothing. So I was like looking in the direction he was looking, and when we broke out of the bushes into a clearing, there was Mama Moose already running me down.
Right.
She was maybe 15, 20 feet away from me when I saw her coming, and for some reason I turned and yelled at her and like raised my hands up, because it's something that I read about, like you're supposed to do with a charging horse.
Right. Moose, horse, same size.
Right. I kind of thought same, but she stopped. Like we stared at each other for a second. I was kind of like, well, I've played all my cards. What's going to happen next?
Yeah.
So I like took a step towards her and yelled, and then she took a step towards me.
She replied.
Called my bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I fell right down as I took a step back, landed on my camera gear and everything, and my whole back is just all one big bruise right now. but better than getting trampled by a
Nature,
2,000-pound
man.
animal.
I mean, you just gotta. It's part of it, but I think you handled it right. They always say get behind a tree.
Yeah.
You've got a moose coming at you.
I did not have any trees available.
Yeah.
It was just bushes.
Just trail, bushes.
But I will say it was one of the things that blew me away was how quiet she was. Like even in a full sprint, I didn't hear her at all.
Wow.
Like, she made no noise. It blew me away.
And wasn't even frightened by your dog.
No, she wasn't scared off by the dog. And I'm not really sure if maybe him alerting me to potential danger, saved me because I was looking in the right direction when she came. But it could be that just having the dog with me is what triggered that reaction from the moose, because they do tend to react really aggressively towards dogs. And that's why, especially if we're hiking in marshier terrain, like up on Vail Pass, it's really important to make sure we keep our dogs on a leash. Because it's one of the biggest risks walking with an off-leash dog, to have your dog come running back towards you and, hey, it's my best friend, and there's
bringing not a best friend.
a couple thousand pounds of charging moose right behind him.
Well, good tips for hiking, and you weren't alone. You had someone with you,
I
so
was
that's
with
good.
another person, and we were talking too, and that's always a great thing to do on the trails, is to always kind of carry on a little bit of a conversation to let the animals know that you're around.
Perfect. Yeah, when I go out on my bike, I usually, if I'm alone, I have a bell on my bike just for bear more than anything. I don't think it's going to do much with the moose, but great safety topic there, Ben. Glad you made it back in one piece.
Me too.
Aren't a moose burger, but
at least it's a little bit harder to catch on a bike.
That's right. That's right. Pedal a little faster. Well, some exciting stuff happening here on Good Morning Vail today, and we will be right back with more.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We always like to take a look at some local businesses here and see what's happening. Well, Gretchen was over at Yeti Coffee to see what they've got brewing. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. On this Wellness Wednesday, I have one of my dear friends, and I dare say the mayor of Vail at this point, Larry Leith, the man, the myth, the legend, and I adore him. Amazing human being, Yeti's Grind owner. We all know this. How are you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good. This is fun to come down here. Get up a little early and saw how pretty it is outside.
I am honored that you woke up this early, and I am feeling good now because I'm going to Vanna White it out my Yeti's Grind coffee.
My daughter made that for us this morning. So
I love it.
It was great.
Well, Larry, I know that you have been around for a long time. I love the stories. I'm not going to embarrass you too much, but I will say ex-professional athlete right here, amongst other things. But Yeti's Grind is a big moment, and we all love Yeti's Grind in this community.
I do too.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
Yeah.
Eagle, Vail Village, Edwards.
Edwards, the new one, which has been
Mine.
super busy. And,
It is.
Yeah, and lots of fun. And, and Yeti's was all about community. So
Yeah.
more locations is, more community for us, which is great.
And I always tease people because I say I live literally across the street, and I'm like, Larry and I are homies. He hooked it up. And it's such a cool vibe with people. I love how you open. So I do have a question about this. Is it a physical garage situation going on?
The door system?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, it's a very expensive garage door system.
A very expensive garage door
Especially
system.
after we had it made during COVID.
Right, okay,
And it was,
right on.
nobody would make those things for us. So
Oh.
the whole side opens up on the one.
See, and that's
which on a day like today is just
perfect.
heavenly.
And that's what I love because you walk by and the inside is dope. I love the swing. I love, you have local artists.
Yeah,
paintings.
well, Yulia, who actually did the one piece of art, is our GM at our village store.
Oh, no way.
Who just got married also.
Oh, congratulations.
And she's super talented. And so that was if you look up close, there's actually coffee grinds in the piece.
Right on.
So
Oh,
that
cool.
was a little bit of a labor of love piece, but
Cool.
so that's very fun for us.
Well, and I always say the first time I walked in, the energy is so good. And I know that you are that human as well that feels energy. And I love going in there. My favorite, I feel like, is a rare one. Well, you brought my iced coffee favorite.
Yeah.
I also love your smoothie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
brilliant. And I've had it
Yeah.
at every location. What do you mean, yeah? It's my favorite.
It's so good.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it is so good.
Every location I've had
Yeah.
it. And then I love that you can go outside, and I've seen my lawyer there that I love very deeply. I've seen best friends. I've seen so many people I've worked with, and it's just such a good vibe, and I don't know, it's brilliant.
It's fun to sit there, and the village ones, they're all different. They have
Yes.
this different thing. Eagle's different. Edwards is kind of the middle of the valley.
Totally.
It's the center of the valley at
Right.
this point.
Yeah.
The village obviously has the whole village energy.
Right.
But yeah, if you sit there, there's no chance, especially you.
I know, right?
You
You're
couldn't
like social
possibly go
butterfly.
there without all kinds of people seeing
See?
you. And
Well, and to you, I said the mayor of Vail right here, Larry.
it's great, and it's nice because you can get your work done, but it's also very social. And then and of course our staff is amazing. That's like so important to us.
Well, and it's interesting because I did GoPro Mountain Games this year, and
Crazy.
Good Morning Vail, TV8. Oh my gosh, it was so cool to see all the athletes going in there, and they were so amped up and loving it. And I heard one man ask where Yeti's Grind was in other states and countries, and I'm like, it's ours, thank you.
Yeah.
But I love it. It has such cool energy.
Yeah, and I think we're going to keep it just in the mountains.
Cool.
It's just not. This
I
is not
dig it.
like a big Tokyo Joe's thing for me.
I know.
It's like Yeti's is. It's sort of old school Joe's for us in a
Yes.
sense, and we love that. And my wife Marcy
Love her.
is the force behind it for
Yeah.
sure. And we just love it. It's thoroughly enjoyable.
Well, I have to say, since you brought up Marcy, who I love, his wife, your family is one of the coolest families I've ever met. I mean, you guys are all over the place. You do amazing things. And since you brought it Tokyo Joe's,
Yeah,
that's
that was
dope.
a big thing.
I know, big
Started that in '96, and
So
then we just
cool.
recently sold it.
Yeah.
One day all of a sudden I turned off my Tokyo Joe's email, and
Yeah.
I went from 300 emails a day to like 4.
Wow.
That was kind of enjoyable.
Yeah, you're like,
I do miss, there's a part there, there's a missing for sure.
But a disconnect to reconnect kind of
Yeah,
moment. And really focus your energy, I'm assuming now, on Yetis.
Yeah, and I told Marcy, I'm like, to have a summer off in a sense, even though we have Yetis and some other interests, has been really fun. You know, we still have Kaya, who's young in
Right.
school, so that
How old is she?
Kaya's 12.
Okay, she's
Yeah.
so cute. I watched
Yeah,
all the Instagram stories. I got it.
Yours too. I like live vicariously through
I
you.
feel the same way.
I'm always trying to figure out what I forgot or didn't go to because
I'm gonna
you're
start
there
messaging
like up
you
front.
and just let you know, or we have to let each other know. So we'll be in
You're the one that knows what's going on. I'm like the day late and the dollar short.
in the know. And then
Yeah.
your son, which I never realized.
Son,
Yeah, amazing
little snowboarder.
athlete.
He's
Yeah,
doing great.
big deal.
Yeah,
Big
we
deal.
Have, we have another son in LA, Cooper, who's in the music business. He also was a skier.
Rad. Okay.
And then Mika, my college artist, who's back for the summer, and made your delicious drinks. So,
Beautiful. Yeah. And I never knew that was your daughter, by the way.
Yeah. She's into bodybuilding now, so you can't miss her. So
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's tall.
Yes.
How tall is she?
I think Marcy's tall. Marcy's
Yeah.
5'9". I think she's just a fraction
That's
shorter
what I
than.
thought, yeah.
But most of the
Coolest
time,
family ever.
Mika's got heels on, so
I
she's
know.
like rocking around the house at 6.
She's my height.
6 foot.
I love it. My
Yeah,
height.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
what do we have for Yeti's Grind this summer? I know you do have like meet and greets. The police have the kind of conversations. I know that's
Those are good.
really cool. I want to go check one out. I need to.
Yeah, that's I think a lot of the coffee shops do that, but it's the fact that the coffee shops are kind of this place where we all pass through in the day,
So
and it's a
cool.
great thing to have it. For us in the summer, it's just so busy. It's a little bit of just kind of hang on.
That I feel
and try to farmers market Sundays are like
Cool.
You got to put the A team in there.
I was
'cause
wondering about
the
that.
lines out the door.
Yeah, and even because in the village, there's so many different things happening in the
So
summer.
many.
And you're the go-to coffee shop.
Yeah.
Well, not just coffee though. You have everything.
Yeah, we have
Like,
food, little bites. We've always said we don't want it to be a restaurant.
Right.
That's we really want it to be a craft coffee shop where you come for really great coffee.
Right.
But also you can get, it's nice to get a little bit of food with it.
I have to tell you, one of my really good guy friends visited me from Denver, and we were sitting during one of the farmers markets, and I was like, "Let's walk around, let's see everything." He literally sat. He wanted to sit. This was his moment. In Yeti's Grind for 2 hours, people watching.
That's
And I
me.
was like, literally-
That's what I do.
It was
I'm
brilliant.
I like all the people, but can I be here and see all the people?
I know because everyone knows you.
No, it's like I'm definitely that sort of
It's fun.
introvert, extrovert.
Yeah, same. And it's a vibe. That's what I love is every single one of your coffee shops, Eagle, Edwards, as well as Vail Village, you can go have coffee, do you. And then if you want to be social, you can. I feel like there are places to kind of blend,
Yep.
And it's so fun.
Edwards,
to
just sit
chill.
on the wall and open your computer and kind of face. You
totally.
You can kind of be invisible.
Put your headphones in.
Yeah.
Even though
you
then
can
I
get-
always see people and I'm like screaming.
You probably don't have a chance because everybody knows you and recognizes you, so they're just going to pull your headphones out of your ears
I am
to say
here.
hi.
Hello.
Yeah, a little sign on your back,
So
do not disturb.
I have a question for you. What is your favorite coffee?
Actually, the one I just brought you.
It's so good.
Well, I should rephrase that. A cappuccino. Just a
Cappuccino.
cappuccino done right is my favorite coffee. But
Is this a new moment? Can we tell?
that one's, it's on the
love
summer menu. It'll be on for a while, but it's a maple oat cold
It's
brew.
so
So it's
good. Sweet.
cold brew. It's got maple syrup in it
So
and a little
good.
bit of oat milk,
It's-
ice,
Yes.
shaken.
And I have to say, your staff is brilliant because the other day I was so exhausted. I don't think I was making sense. I was like literally still like sleeping
you
with my
needed
eyes
coffee.
open. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, I would like creamer with my coffee. And this woman, I can't remember her name, she was darling. She literally was like, okay, so you want iced coffee? She was like talking to me like, oh, this lady is like not awake yet. And she did exactly what I said. She like iced a little bit of iced coffee. She gave me flavor and then creamer. And I was like, you're the only human that really got like, they're so good. They're really good. How do you pick your staff? Like,
Yeah, we're very, very fortunate,
Yes.
and we sort of had that culturally at Tokyo Joe's,
Right.
But it's such an important piece, and for us, customers and employees, they're like railroad tracks. They're just
100%.
parallel, and you can't have one without the other well. And, we deeply hit the
Oh,
mic
you're
on that
fine.
one.
You're
We deeply thump. That was my heartbeat.
you're like, this is how I feel right
Yes, this is it. We just deeply love our staff and,
You can
and
feel
where
it.
they are in their lives, and work-life balance, and work is work. Work can be busy, and
Right.
play is play, and
Right.
we love to see them out climbing and doing stuff. and,
Totally.
and so it's really key for the whole experience. And then you get the end of it because you have a team member that wants to be there.
Yeah, no, I love it. I feel like from the second you walk into any of your locations, since I am well versed in all of them, all three, until you like talk to someone to have your coffee, the whole scene, the whole vibe is just really good, and that's you and your family. You give off that energy. You can feel you guys in there.
I think so much of that is Marcy.
I
love tap out on that one. She really.
Marcy, we love you. I love her. She's such a sweetie.
Yeah, she's amazing, and but we're great. Yulia, who runs the village, and Luke from Edwards, and Lily down Valley. We're very fortunate.
Very cohesive and beautiful.
Yeah, and they're all friends.
I know.
Yulia just got married, and we might as well just close Yetis.
Yeah, you're like everyone's
they were all
going.
there.
Well, Larry, our community is brighter and more beautiful, truly, because of you guys. And I love Yetis, and we adore you. And go to one of the 3 locations, or all 3, like I do. Yeah. Eagle, you can do the whole hit up.
Do them all together.
Yeah, Eagle,
just
Edwards, and then the
caffeine
village.
Going. Yeah.
Thank you, Larry, and keep it right here for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you into Rugs Benedict to come explore our 12,000 square foot showroom. We've been serving the Vail Valley for over 50 years now with flooring needs. And we inventory a ton of product from Carpet One to provide the very best values, highest style. We just built a warehouse, 15,000 square foot warehouse in gypsum. So we have over 120 different broadloom carpets. We have a lot of waterproof wood flooring, things that we can install right away. We have employee installers, a lifetime installation warranty. Many of them have been with us for decades, and they're true craftsmen in their work. They're absolutely extraordinary at installing any of the flooring that we provide. We also have over 1,000 area rugs in stock right now, and they start at 2x3s. I could bring these into the studio today, but they go all the way up to 12x16s, and we have them hanging on the racks just like shopping for clothing. So it's very easy for you to just flip through, see what's available. We'll deliver them to your house so you can check out how they look in your space with your lighting. All different sizes, all different shapes, some things that are going to be a little bit more contemporary, as well as tribal, traditional, all the latest and greatest looks. We have things that are hand knotted, silk, woolen silk options, all the way down to some machine-made indoor-outdoor type rugs. So really anything that you're looking for your business, for your home, for a rental, Rugs Benedict can provide it. And one thing I consistently hear when people leave our showroom is, that was so easy, thank you so much. So we make the process very easy. Come in, take a look, and we'd love to offer you a free estimate. Look forward to seeing you in our showroom.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time, or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Bill Humbert, also known as the Recruiter Guy, is a frequent guest of ours who's got some wonderful career advice. And he joined me on the couch a little while ago to talk about some advice for high school students and college students who are looking to start their careers off on the right foot. Let's hear some of that advice now. Welcome back to the show. We are speaking to Bill Humbard, a well-known recruiter who is going to give us some advice on how to begin our careers if we were younger, and a little bit more on how to try and encourage youth employment and the advantages that that can provide for us. So welcome here. Welcome, Bill Humbard.
Hey, Ben, thanks. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. So you're talking a little bit about how to encourage youth employment. And is there anything that you have personally that experienced that set you off on your path?
I do. You know, you talked earlier about working at 10, I think. I think I beat you by a year. I got my first Washington Daily News paper route at age 9, and that was a business because they would deliver the papers to me, and then at the end of the month, they'd send me a bill, and then I'd have to collect from all of my customers and then send them what I owed them, and the balance was for me. So at age 10, I started a Washington Post paper route, and that paper route was really fun. I was making $140 a month, quite a bit of that on tips, because I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning as a 10-year-old and delivering papers to all of my customers, it was over 100 of them, and getting them out before they had their first coffee. Excuse me. And I made $140 a month, which today is the equivalent of $1,500 per month.
That's pretty incredible. And as I know that as when I was working as a kid, it was definitely nice to have a little bit of that of my own money. But more importantly, it helped me with the skills of talking about money and really trying to help manage that. Is that something that you found?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of my money that I made, I put right into savings. So at age 12, I went to my dad and I said, you know, the public school system wants to put me into shop class. I'm smarter than that. They don't take into account my getting up early in the morning and delivering papers and collecting for them at night. And I said, so I applied to DeMatha Catholic High School in Hyattsville, Maryland, and I was accepted after taking the test, and they put me in the top college prep class. And my dad said, I can't afford to send you to private school. I said, no problem. I'm making $400 or $140 a month. DeMatha costs $450 for the year. I got it covered. So I paid my way through high school, through the high school I wanted to go, with the money that I made from my paper route.
That's pretty fantastic. And so why did you choose that school in particular? Was it because of that college prep opportunity, or was there some other particular reason?
Well, you know, of course, you have friends that are bragging about where they're going to go to high school and stuff like that. But at the same time, instead of being in shop class, I'd be in college prep. And I knew I was smart enough to be in college prep. So I wanted to be at the place that would put me in college prep.
Totally. So when we're starting out our careers as young adults, what is something that can really help us with? I know that there's that constant refrain in the United States of many, many millionaires and billionaires started working really young, even started at McDonald's. Is there anything that you might recommend for kids to really look for when they're trying to get that first job, when they're really starting out on their first career?
Well, the important thing about first jobs is just to start working and learn what it is that you like doing in the workplace, and also what it is you do not like doing. You know, I did some research before we had our interview, and I thought, I wonder how many millionaires got their start at McDonald's. It's amazing. There's a list. Jeff Bezos of Amazon, founded Amazon and Blue Origin, and it's worth $94 billion. He's got his start at McDonald's. Rapper Pharrell Williams, model and actress Andy McDowell, singer-songwriter Andy Grammer, TV personality and author Star Jones, if you just go to Google and say, what millionaires worked at McDonald's, they'll tell you. And it's amazing how important those first jobs are, because that's when we develop our work ethic.
Absolutely. It was one of the most important things that I learned when I was very first starting out working, was to not just stand around. Like, if looks like you could help. Don't wait for somebody to ask for help or tell you that you need to do something, to constantly be on the lookout for another way to contribute value and to help. What about from the perspective of the employers? Is there any reason that you think that an employer in particular should try and take a risk on somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience in the job market or has never had a real job before?
It's not that big a risk. They're not paying tons of money. Obviously, they're paying more than when I was working back then. But, it's not a huge risk for them. Walmart's constantly hiring and looking for people who are motivated. All of the fast food places are always looking for help. And so those first jobs, the employers know that this person needs to be trained and kind of motivated and, even mentored on, if you're stocking shelves, what to look for and how to bring product out to the front. So once you start learning what's needed, then you're developing a reputation for doing those things. And then that helps build you references for your future for the even better jobs.
Speaking of those references, is that something that you think a lot of those students could be looking for in those first jobs, is a mentorship opportunity and really trying to look to build a mentor relationship with somebody? Or would you recommend just really trying to get a little bit more of a feel for things, and during those spring breaks, take some opportunities to try different jobs and kind of work around? I know that a lot of recruiters say that you want to try and stay at a place for at least a year, if not two, before moving on to another opportunity. What would you say about that?
It depends on the level you are. If you're a new person, then, maybe not. Maybe it's one of those things where you go and you stay 6 months, a year. You don't need to be there 2 years, but stay there for a little bit of time, enough time to develop the skills that you need to leverage those to your next job. So that's what I would suggest about the early jobs. Now, once you've graduated from college, if you go to college or if you go into trades, stay there for a longer period of time, because there's going to be more to learn.
That totally makes sense. I mean, I know that some jobs, like stocking shelves, for example, that might not be quite as much to learn as some more complicated things like a plumber's assistant. But if we're moving on to how these students can get in touch with potential employers, how would you recommend that employers who are either looking for high school students or high school students who are looking for their first job to kind of help get in touch with each other?
Well, finding an entry-level job is easy. You can go into a shopping center and line up a job like that. Or here in Park City, Utah, you go up Main Street and there's help wanted signs all the way up and down Main Street. So those are, just walk in and say, hey, what I see you're hiring people. What are you looking for? And if it's something you feel you can do, it can be a cashier position. It can be stocking shelves. It can be a greeter maybe. So, by the way, greeters need to know where things are. So there's all kinds of opportunities, landscaping, construction. Follow whatever your interest is and see if it is something you want to do long-term or not.
Would you have any recommendations for businesses trying to reach out to people entering the job market? And I know that there's a pretty consistent hiring shortage across the West right now. Is there anything that you think that some businesses could do to help encourage new people to enter their workforce?
Well, absolutely. One of the things you want to do, if you keep seeing the same person coming in, say, hey, let's get together because it looks like you like our shop. And, would you like to work here and get a discount on the things that you're buying? and they come in more than once a week, they're very interested in whatever it is that business has to offer, fast food or not. Those are the people you want to talk to first. The other thing is, be friendly with people, and then when they come to check out, just say, hey, we're looking to hire someone to stock shelves, someone to be a cashier. Who do you know that you would recommend to us to talk to? And then ask, do you have their phone number? And then give them a call. Recruiting is a sales process.
What about for businesses that aren't quite as active in the community, I guess, is maybe not active, but that don't have quite of a social presence, like a landscaper or a construction company. They don't have a storefront and they don't necessarily have people walking in.
Well, you network. You talk to everybody you know. You talk to your customers. Your customers may even have children that they would like to get motivated and out of the house and into a job just so that they can start learning how to work. So it's a networking process. And as I coach career seekers, many times what I hear from them is, but I don't know how to network. And I laugh and I say, you're just being silly now. and they go, why do you say that? And I say, because you've been networking since you were 4. Remember when you were 4 years old and a brother or sister or a friend walked by with an ice cream cone? Didn't you say, where'd you get that? That's networking.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has friends, and leveraging our friends network is a great way to get out there. One last question I have before I let you out. Do you have any recommendations for a book to any of our, listeners or viewers who might just be trying to start in the job market? Any book that you might recommend that help them get started?
Absolutely, Ben. One of the best books that I've ever read for recruiting primarily professionals, but it applies to everybody, is this book right here, Top Grading, How Leading Companies Win by Hiring, Coaching, and Keeping the Best People. And it's by Dr. Bradford Smart. And in this book, one of the questions he suggests that managers ask employees or candidates, did you work in high school? And if they said yes, then you ask, what did you do? And then you ask, why did you work in high school? And if they say, I found that I could have financial freedom. I could buy the things I wanted with my money instead of having to go to mom and dad. And then as a result of all of that, I learned some financial literacy. That's the right answer. If they said, mom and dad made me go to work, that shows a little bit of a lack of motivation.
Well, it totally sounds reasonable to me and a great thing to look for in potential employees. Bill, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Is there any way that people can reach you or get a hold of you if they have further questions?
I'm easy to find. I'm recruiterguy.com. And if you want to talk to me, either from my talent attraction business side of things or from career search or even proper goal setting, I'm at, you can just go to recruiterguy.com and click with Speak with Bill, and that'll put you on my calendar.
Well, Bill, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate you stopping by. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben. It was nice chatting with you.
Nice talking to you, too. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this segment. We're going to go take a short break, and we will return in just a minute.
Good morning, Vail.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tv8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at that local weather. And the weather today is sponsored by Sun and Ski Sports, the place to go to get all your outdoor equipment, gear, and needs for all the outdoor adventures you're going to take part in this weekend. Getting up today, 56 degrees, a high today of only 77, 20% chance of precipitation, so those 10 to 20 mile an hour winds coming in from the west likely to blow in some precipitation. We'll kind of see what that brings throughout the day. As we look at Vail by the hour, everything gradually heats up from that 56 degrees, probably see 77 around 5 o'clock this afternoon, but then things start to go downhill and have some of that nice sleeping weather coming in for tonight. Looking at the Vail Valley corridor here, 90 degrees in Denver, 77 in Vail, 80 degrees in Avon, 84 in Eagle. So we're seeing Denver kind of heat up just a little bit higher than what they have been, but still not those 100-degree temperatures that they saw a few weeks ago. 47 degrees is going to be the low tonight. Sun setting at 8:10 p.m. Those winds out of the south-southwest, still 10 to 15 miles an hour, so likely to move in just a little precipitation to cool things down even further for some of that nighttime sleeping. As we look at the 5-day forecast, a lot of things going on there. We've got 77 on Friday, 78 on Saturday. Sunday is 30 degrees. Looks like a small percentage of precipitation may move in. Hopefully it stays in those evening hours, so it leaves that daytime for the activities and the fun times on the mountain. Then Monday looks like a heightened percentage of precipitation coming in with some possible isolated thunderstorms, 76 degrees. And then Tuesday, 75 degrees. Those lows are just beautiful. I like to call it the Three Bears forecast. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right. Well, we're going to take a look down the road at Silverthorne and take a peek at some of the shops that are over at the outlet malls. We'll be right back.
If you're making your way over to the outlets at Silverthorne, well then this is your TV8 Visitors Bureau to get you in the know as you're making your way over here to enjoy all of the fabulous villages. From red to blue to green, there's somewhere for everyone to shop and enjoy. Whether you're looking to update your wardrobe or maybe you want some Bath and Body Works, you want some things for your home, they've got Williams, Sonoma. There are so many great options here at the outlets at Silverthorne. Now if you're looking to be a little bit more sports oriented instead of a little more clothing oriented, which is what I like to come over here and shop for, well, our sports director Blake O'Rulian has some great information for coming over here for all of your sports needs. Let's take it over to Blake.
Hey, Maddie, thank you so much. Yeah, we're actually here at the outlets of Silverthorne, where there's actually 3 distinct villages that are color-coded. So the first one that we're going to talk about is right behind me, the Red Village, which is Lou Outdoors. And Lou Outdoors has all of your skateboarding needs, your outdoor needs. They have everything that you really need. It's a family-owned business, and it's a great shop to shop at. Another one that we're going to move over to now is the Green Village, which has Blue Valley ski and board rentals for all of your snow sports. So in the colder months that are coming just around the corner, you can actually go there, you can rent things, you can buy things, but it all gets you ready for your skiing and snowboarding seasons. And then lastly, we've got the Blue Village, which has Pearl Azumi, which has all of your cycling gear. So in a couple of months, when you actually have a little bit warmer weather, you can go out for that cycling time. And they've got great discounts, 10% off for students, teachers, first responders, as well as a whole lot more. There's a ton of things here at the villages, at the outlets of Silverthorne. Make sure to come check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Familia de TV8, estamos muy emocionados de seguir avanzando nuestra programación en español. Recientemente tuvimos un exitoso evento donde colaboramos con nuestra comunidad para desarrollar ideas sobre nuestro contenido y nuestra programación en español. Así que muchísimas gracias a todas las personas que asistieron. Y si no tuviste la oportunidad de contribuir, aún puedes mandarme tus comentarios a través de correo electrónico. Y además te invitamos a seguir nuestras nuevas redes sociales para estar al tanto de todo nuestro contenido en español. Nos encuentras en Instagram y Facebook, @TV8 Conexión Latina, o nuestra página web tv8vail.com/Conexión Latina. Recuerda que puedes sintonizar toda la programación de TV8 a través del canal 92 de Comcast o nuestra página web tv8vail.com. TV8 is excited to continue making progress to our Spanish programming. We recently had a successful event at our studio where we collaborated with community members to develop ideas for the future of our Spanish programming. So thank you to everyone who came out. And if you didn't get a chance to contribute, you can still send me your comments via email. You can also now follow our new Spanish social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram @TV8 Conexión Latina, or our website tv8vail.com/Conexión Latina, so you can stay up to date on all our Spanish content. Remember, you can also tune in to all of our TV8 programming on Comcast Channel 92 or our website at tv8vail.com.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Just a few minutes ago, I felt the whole vibe of the studio change. It got so exciting and so much better. And then I look over and I saw Avisha Scarborough.
Yes, I'm here. Can you feel the vibes?
I can feel the Vail vibes. They're so strong.
Yes, they are. And you're giving me Stanley Tucci vibes.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard that
Really?
before. No, I hear it all the time.
Yes, I love it.
So how is Vail Vibes? How are you? You've got a lot of things. I know you were out at the Ford Amphitheater and you gave us a great tour, which we get to play that segment for the viewers all the time. So insightful, intuitive, getting back and seeing the operations.
Absolutely. It's great to be able to go in depth and learn more about the whole establishment and the history and the people who work there. So I love digging deep and telling the stories.
Right. But it's exciting because as we started the Vail Vibes segments, you have this vision on where you want it to go and what you want it to be. Can you explain that to the viewers?
Yeah, well, I wanted to tell uplifting, inspirational stories. I wanted to uncover hidden gems, but also tell the history behind some of the legacy establishments and really meet the people behind there. And, there's things people didn't know, like Chef Verzaka. Everyone knows Latour Restaurant, but did you know he is a doctor? Or he actually has an honorary doctorate. Yeah, from a culinary school. So these are really fun facts, and I get to learn about them because I like to go more in depth.
And us as locals don't even know half of this information, let alone some of the people coming in from out of town. So it's so good to get you out there digging deep to find out the whole history and the Vail vibe.
Yeah, that's the whole point, is that there are so many stories out there that are inspirational, uplifting. I like to shine the spotlight on small businesses, go into some of the bigger businesses and, tell the story of the history, how it started. And yeah, I just love storytelling, and this is a great place. There's so many stories out there.
Well, talking about storytelling, let's talk to the viewers and tell them a little bit about your story and your history and how you got to TV8.
All right. Well, I was working in Los Angeles at a news station there. And, my husband and I, we decided we wanted to have a better quality of life for our kids. So we moved to Colorado and absolutely love it. And I was searching for a station that, that I could vibe with, that has a great culture, a great team, and that gives me creative freedom, which I have, and I love, and the people here, the community. I couldn't have found a better place. I'm so lucky.
Right. Now, how long have you been in Colorado?
2 years now.
2 years now. And I think your husband has a transportation company?
Yes.
So that's good. Keeps him busy.
Keeps him busy. He can work from home. He can work remotely. And it's really nice that we can support each other's careers.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 children.
I do. Yes. I'm a mom. I have 2 little girls. I'm trying to toughen them up. Okay. I'm trying to get them, into the Colorado lifestyle. So we're doing skiing, hiking, they're little ballerinas and they like to play with their dolls.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm acclimating them to the, outdoor lifestyle here.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, have you done any hikes yet with them?
I have. What is the name of the one here? Ben, I'm going to just break the fourth wall. The one you recommended me, there's a waterfall. It's very steep.
Pitkin Creek.
Pitkin Creek, yeah. So I took my girls on that one and they made it up. It was super steep, but they did awesome. I was actually, getting winded. Right. Yeah, but my girls did awesome.
Well, let's talk then about the next segment with Vail Vibes. Mm-hmm. Where do you want to go and what do you want to dive into?
Well, it's so amazing. I'm doing a big story right now on chasing rabbits and the whole Solaris group and their establishments. And it's just so remarkable to have such a creative venue here for nightlife. I think it's the first one for nightlife besides the bars and the dive bars. But this is like a legit nightclub. It's much more than that. It's amazing. So you'll have to stay tuned to see that one.
I can't wait because you're going to do some of that filming today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of going into Chasing Rabbits once. I went in and got to see it. I definitely want to go back because, like you said, that's kind of the missing piece of the puzzle here in Vail to have some of that nightlife, night action, because a lot of times people are out skiing, hiking, biking throughout the day, and then they're done.
Right.
But there's that demographic that just, I want a little more, I want to get out and do some things.
Yeah, and I spoke to the vice president of Solaris last night, and she says, move over, Aspen. Vail is going to take over the nightlife scene here.
Right.
Yeah, with that. So there's so much to look forward to, and it's going to be a great après ski location as well.
Oh, sounds so much fun. Well, Avija, thank you so much for coming in today and vibing up the place with your Vail vibes. And we cannot wait to see some more of these segments and dig a little deep into that history of the Vail Valley and culture and get to know some of our neighbors just a little bit better.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Welcome back to the second hour of your Thursday, August 10th edition of Good Morning Vail. We're going to have Avija showing us around town with the first bit of her Vail Vibe segments. And then we're also going to be checking in with the Eagle Valley Library District. And then we have a respiratory expert from 3M joining us later in the show to help us with a little bit of air quality advice. Your second hour of Good Morning Vail starts now.
Make you things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall, your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you, Ben, for that show open. The weather lately has been absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look and see what's going to be coming down the pipeline to get ready for that fantastic weekend that we've got in store. Today's weather is sponsored by Sun & Ski Sports. Sun & Ski Sports has all your outdoor equipment for your needs, whether it's hiking, biking, running, rafting, everything you possibly need, located just over in Chapel Square. Well, getting up this morning, 56 degrees, 77 will be the high today, a 20% chance of precipitation. So we may see a little bit of storm come through, a little bit of rainfall come in, which we always welcome, especially in those later afternoon times. As we look at Vail by the hour, we can see where things gradually start to warm up, probably going to see that high temperature of 77 around that 5 o'clock hour, but then things start to go down a little bit so we can get down to those nice sleeping temperatures. Looking at the I-70 corridor, Denver is going to warm up just a little bit. We're going to see 90 degrees there, 77 in Vail, 80 degrees in Avon, and then 84 degrees and partly cloudy there in Eagle. As we spoke, 47 degrees is going to be the low. Love those upper 40 degrees, especially at night. Really cools things down. And when you get up in the morning, a nice crisp way to start your day. Now, this is what we want to focus on, this 5-day forecast. A lot happening there. 77 degrees tomorrow. Saturday, 78 degrees. We're looking at about a 20% chance of precipitation moving into the Friday and Saturday. Sunday, it kicks up a little bit. Possibly some rain showers coming in later in the afternoon. And then Monday, we've got that tease of some thunderstorms possibly moving in. So if you've got any outside activities planned on Monday, just make sure you realize could see some thunderstorms. And then Tuesday, 75 degrees. So we're seeing those beautiful 70-degree temperatures all throughout the week. And then look at those nice sleeping temperatures, high 40s to 50s. Can't ask for anything better than that. When we come back, Avija is still with us today. We're going to talk about some of her segments and introduce you to her so that we can talk about what's up and coming for Vail Vibes. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 7 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Earlier in the first segment, we got to talk to Avisha Scarborough about Vail Vibes. And then we just showed you a few minutes ago a little teaser on all the different things she had done. And I still got her sitting next to me. Avisha, we've got a couple segments we're going to preview coming up here. And one is Chef in the Gardens. I
Yes. Yeah, that was a really fun story. Chefs in the Garden with Chef Verzaka from Latour, and he demonstrated a few of his, most popular dishes, the tuna tartare and the corn soup. It's a cold corn soup. It was absolutely incredible. I was shocked by how delicious the food there is.
Well, let's take a look and see what that segment
All
brings.
right. From activities and adventure to hotspots and all of the latest happenings, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. I'm Avisha Scarborough. Welcome to Vail Vibes. It's summertime in the mountains and the weather is just right for some outdoor refreshments. On this day, we have an award-winning chef not only providing those refreshments, but also teaching us how he does it at the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens Chef in the Garden event. Boy, are we in for a treat today. We're here with Chef Verzaka from Latour. Chef, what are we cooking today?
Well, I'm doing one of my favorite appetizers at the restaurant right now, yellowfin tuna tartare. It's going to be served with a little bit of avocado and ponzu sauce and some crispy wontons. And then the second item that we're going to be doing is a cold sweet corn soup with smoked trout. And that's going to be delicious.
Chef Verzaka walked us through his recipes with the help of his wife, daughter, and son. Afterwards, everyone got a taste, including myself, as I was joined by the chef's daughter, Nina Verzaka.
It's very, very easy to make.
Wow.
Very delicious.
Tell me the ingredients in this.
Inside of here, we have fresh sweet corn, milk, turmeric. We have heavy cream. Let's see.
You know what's interesting? I can really taste the turmeric.
Right?
Yeah, and that really is an interesting combination.
It's a perfect little addition.
Nina chatted with me about her family's restaurant and said one of the most popular summertime events is Sunday Fun Day, starting at 2 for drink specials and small bites.
Sunday Fun Day was actually an idea that came up from our manager, Jared. He came up with this idea as a concept to bring people in from the farmers market. So we have so many people walking that, and then there's kind of like this in-between time in Vail from when the market ends to when all the restaurants are opening up.
The Chefs in the Garden series at the Betty Ford Alpine Garden still has plenty more cooking demonstrations to come. But these events tend to sell out, which is why Melissa Ebone, the garden's development director, says it's a good time to become a garden member.
Members of Betty Ford Alpine Gardens get early access starting in June to buy tickets before they go on sale to the public, and they often sell out. So it's a great idea. It's a double benefit. And right now, we have a $15,000 matching campaign by some locals, Shelley and Ken Weisbacher. And so any gift that's made to the gardens right now through August 10th, up to $15,000 will be matched.
She says donations and fundraising events like Chefs in the Garden help protect the environment.
Botanical gardens are like the Smithsonian, and so they're living plant collections. We're protecting these plants that are here from climate change is real all over, but in the alpine environment, we're seeing the changes faster, and so it's making a big impact on these little plants, which is going to make an impact on our food eventually. So it'll just trace through the ecosystem, but we're going to see the impacts of that. And I'm so proud that we're sending a team out into the field. We're collecting this plant material. We're getting it banked so it'll be protected forever.
Chef Verzaka says it's an honor to be part of a great cause and to pass down his knowledge.
It's very nice to teach the skills that I have acquired over the 40 plus years of being in the kitchen, and people really appreciate me teaching. And so passing down my teaching skills is really probably the best thing about doing things like this.
For more information on upcoming events, go to bettyfordalpinegardens.org. And if you want to try making Chef Verzaka's tuna tartare or corn soup, his recipes are up on the Vail Vibes Instagram at Vail Vibes TV8. More to come. We had such a great time at Chef in the Garden that we decided to keep the party going. And if you love glamping, we have the spot for you. Chef Verzaka's demonstration was so great that we decided to come here to his restaurant, La Tour, and learn more. I made the quick stroll from the Alpine Gardens to Vail Village at the request of my new friend, Nina Verzaka. And on the way, yeah, it's on. I made some more new friends who apparently were intrigued by my camera, so I put them to work. Shenanigans aside, we got down to business as Nina gave me the grand tour.
What's cooking? Good looking?
Every week we have social hours starting at 4 o'clock, and then our regular menu starts at 5, and we have live music every night.
One of these women had a husband for over 16 years.
We tasted some of the restaurant's signature appetizers.
We have our barbecued oysters. This is a staple here at La Tour. It's got cheese, baked on, chives, bacon, just buttery deliciousness. The carpaccio is just thinly sliced beef. Then we have like an arugula salad on top, some truffle aioli, and our French baguette. Go-to for sure, very simple. It's not always on the menu, so when you see it, snag it. And then we have another special, and this is in our scallop shell. It's very, very beautifully presented. It's shrimp and mushrooms and like a cream sauce with peas, and there's some chervil on top and some arugula laying underneath. Very, very delicious too, and that's also just a limited time special, which we always have different things rotating. These ones are my favorite though at the moment.
Our food was accompanied by some refreshing mocktails.
We have 2 mocktails with us, and that Adam made us for today, and this is going to be the cranberry lime soda. We have a bruleed orange on top of it. This is a really, really refreshing go-to for the summer. It's perfect. And then we have a passion fruit and a pineapple mojito. And this one is like paradise in the mountains. It's truly, truly a great drink and very, very tropical. So it's perfect.
The bartender Adam says he likes to spend a lot of time getting creative with the drink menu based on local seasonal ingredients.
Hibiscus, cranberry and orange cooler. Another one like kind of more floral, so kind of like one that's more kind of citrus oriented, one that's nice and floral.
And for entrees, we had the black truffle miso marinated Alaskan black cod and one of Nina's childhood favorites, a dish that is not on the menu, but the staff would be happy to make it if ordered. It's kids pasta with steak and mushrooms.
Bon appetit!
The general manager, Chad Russell, gave us an overview of La Tour's unique culinary style.
We like to use classical aspects of French cooking. There's some sort of classical items on the menu as well, like escargot, chicken paella, things like that, which tend to be somewhat more traditional. But we also like to play around with other flavors of France, taking into account their colonies, Indochina, Northern Africa, things like that. So we will play around with the Asian flavors, as well as Northern African, like sumac.
Nina says Latour is the restaurant where chefs like to eat.
Chefs with names that you would recognize and chefs that you would not recognize, they all come here to eat. They know what they're going to get. They know they're going to be wined and dined the right way. And there's something to be said about eating at a restaurant that the chefs want to eat at.
And if you see her dad, don't call him chef, call him Dr. Chef, she says.
He was given an honorary doctorate for his culinary work, which is unbelievable, and it's very, very rare for all of his service and everything that he did for teaching all these other students how to build their careers in the culinary industry in the restaurant world. And he sent so many people to college. I mean, he's too humble about it, truly, but what an amazing soul for really educating so many people and getting them to a point where they were thriving.
His longtime employee, Victor, says Chef Razaka goes out of his way for people.
I've seen him save people's leases by lending the money for that. He got me into his mechanic and covered me on it, letting people off for months at a time when they need it on no notice, whatever it takes. And that's been for 20-some years from what I understand.
Good food made by good people. What could be better? Coming up next, an authentic Western glamping experience curated by a French cowboy. And later, why the girls at Kimo Sabi say a cowboy hat is the ultimate accessory.
There's immediately a confidence that comes over you, and you have a little bit of swagger with a hat on.
Good morning, Vail.
Hello everyone, now is the time to refresh your floors. I'm Mandy Benedict. I'd love to invite you into our showroom to explore our 12,000 square foot showroom where you can view all different floors installed, see what it looks like in a larger space. One of our greatest growing products is waterproof wood flooring, which for our environment with kids and dogs and ski boot and our mountain lifestyle, this is a great flooring option. I brought one of the planks with me today. They're nice, long, wide planks. They're embossed on grain, so they look beautiful, but they perform really well in our mountain lifestyle. We have all employee installers. They've been working for over a decade with us, and we have a lifetime installation warranty. So not only do we make sure that the client gets what they want, we know what this climate needs. We have beautiful reclaimed floors, herringbone, really anything that you're looking for to update your home or your business. We have it at Rugs Benedict. We provide free estimates. So come in and visit us in the store. We'd love to see you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Boy, that Chef in the Garden segment was amazing.
Thank
Made my
you.
mouth water. And you said corn chowder and
Yeah.
then tuna tartare.
It was a cold corn soup with turmeric and fresh cream. I've never had anything like it, but it was amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that definitely gives you a good vibe.
Absolutely. And wait till you see the next one. Do you like glamping?
I love to glamp. I love to glamp.
Awesome.
Friends of mine, maybe not so much, but I dig it.
Yeah. Well, imagine if you can get a luxury hotel bed in a tent out in the wilderness.
What more could you possibly ask for?
Seriously, yeah.
Well, let's take a look and see how that goes.
This is not your typical camping experience. In fact, it's even a step up from glamping. The best way I can describe it is bringing the comforts of a luxury hotel to the great outdoors. With a bed this comfy, you'll forget that you're technically camping. Collective Retreats just outside of Vail in Wolcott offers a sprawling luxury camping experience surrounded by 1,000 acres at 4 Eagle Ranch. This is the general manager, Michael Chevy. Born in France, he's endearingly nicknamed the French cowboy for his extensive knowledge of the American West traditions, which he combines with refined French hospitality.
If you're looking to disconnect, try to do something new, try something experiential that will feed you both mentally and physically and kind of take you out of your environment. You come here, you're with nature, you're with the night sky, it's beautiful, it's breezy. And so we just kind of dump this straight into.
Here he is making authentic cowboy coffee.
And that cold water is going to act as a press. It's the way cowboys used to do coffee back in the fields when they're moving cows, when they're working hard. They have their chuck wagon, they have a big boiler, they make their coffee. And the way we do it here is we just replicate that very simple tradition of boiling your water on the wood stove. We dump coffee grounds right in there, let it percolate, and then you use some cold water right on top, which actually kind of acts as a French press. So cold water is heavier than hot water, and so it will sink all the grounds down, and it gives you a nice, strong coffee, which for cowboys, out there working hard, it's well needed.
Cheers. It's also well needed for journalists working hard in the field. This is what I need for my job, and I have 2 kids too, so I need really caffeinated cowboy.
Here you go.
Mikhail says they have many culinary offerings here at the Three Peaks Lodge.
We also have a beautiful chef tasting menu, which is a 6-course menu that our chef offers on the weekends throughout this season. It's really high-end, really tailored, and when you have the view here, it just works really well.
And they also have a barbecue box with everything you could possibly need for a picnic, if that's more your taste. As we toured the vast grounds, he showed me the trails for hiking, biking, or horseback riding, as well as the campfire for evening s'mores. And they even offer restorative mountain yoga. And finally, we made it back to the lodge where it was time for the signature activities, including beer poking,
Quite literally poke it in there.
An age-old tradition to warm up your beer and add flavor, and my personal favorite, board branding, where I got to brand my own cutting board with my initials. A unique keepsake, definitely worth keeping. Collective Retreats has several other locations throughout the country and more that are coming soon, including one in Trojena in the mountains of Neom that's coming in 2026. Neom is a futuristic, sustainable luxury travel destination in Saudi Arabia. The goal of Trojena is to pave the way for the next frontier in sustainability by achieving a zero-waste residual. Glamping in Trojena sounds like a wild adventure. We'll have to put that on our Vail Vibes bucket list. Still to come, a fashion statement that never goes out of style and our tip of the week. If you walk around Vail, chances are you've noticed that the accessory of choice here is a cool and classic Western-style hat.
You have to have hats.
And the iconic Kimosabi store is the place to get one.
We sell Stetsons and our own Kimosabi hats, and they're all made the old-fashioned way. There isn't a better way of doing them. Even the machines that make them are from the early 1900s. So they're very true to the original cowboy hats and very authentic.
She says putting on a cowboy hat immediately boosts your confidence.
You have a little bit of swagger with a hat on, and people look at you different, and they're like, ooh, who is that cool girl? So hats are fun.
And part of the fun is the experience of shopping itself. She says that all Kimosabi employees go through extensive training on all things hats in order to provide the best service to customers.
It's very exciting for them to come here and get their hat, and we like to focus on them.
And since I'm shopping for a new cowboy hat, she gave me a taste of what Kimosabi customer service is all about, starting with sizing, followed by trying on hats and more hats. And once you find the right one, it's time for the best part, personalizing your hat with hat bands, feathers, charms, jewels, and even miniature knives. This is Leah Bilski. She got her first custom hat when she started working at Kimosabi almost 2 years ago.
I mean, I think it just kind of transforms you into this version of yourself. Like, you have a hat on and you can basically do anything.
And hats aren't the only thing they sell. There's boots, bags, belts.
Today I'm wearing these.
And of course,
These
lots
are
of
some
jewelry.
favorites of mine. Now, this you need to see right side up.
This is Nancy Rose, owner of The Good Stuff. She says a Kimosabi hat is the perfect accessory to go with her jewelry.
I like the word edgy because my jewelry is a little edgy too. And it sort of works with my turquoise jewelry.
And if you want to turn your shopping experience into more of a party, you can do that here in Kimosabi's VIP room.
This room is reserved for their super VIP customers, but almost anyone can rent it out for a special occasion.
A lot of bachelorette parties, for sure. Really anything. We've even had a baby shower here. Yeah.
And about as much attention to detail that goes into their hats went into decorating this room.
This is our bar. We found it in Pennsylvania. It's an old saloon bar from the turn of the century. So it's a real deal.
Whether you're shopping or just browsing, Angelica says come on by this store for a fun experience. And like the founder Tom Yoder likes to say, anyone can be a cowboy, even just for a day. Time for Tip of the Week. Did you know that the Betty Ford Alpine Garden has an app? It's called the Alpine Wildflower Finder. It has a bunch of features including a live view of the garden, and best of all, you can play sort of a treasure hunt with flowers. Here are all the flowers that can be found at the garden, and when you see them in person, you can add them to a checklist on your app or just learn more information about each plant. As the development director Melissa Ebone said earlier,
botanical gardens are like the Smithsonian, and so they're living plant collections.
And the conservation work they're doing at the Alpine Gardens is protecting these plants from climate change so they don't become extinct. So if you're planning to attend one of the many events coming up like Chefs in the Garden or the Sustainable Landscape Series, download the free app and see how many of these flowers you can add to your checklist. That's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, if you like to get out there and enjoy the trails on your bike, well, it's really important that you keep your head nice and safe. And so right now, I've got the Giro Manifest Spherical in front of me. Now, this helmet has some fancy new technology. The spherical part is progressive layering with dual density liners to address high and low impact speed. So you can see as I wiggle the top of the helmet, it is fully moving. Now, this helmet also comes equipped with MIPS, which stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System, which keeps your brain just extra safe when you're out there riding. And if you do happen to have one of those accidents, well, then it will help you stay nice and safe. This helmet has a lot of really nice features. It has the wind tunnel ventilation on it, making it so that you stay cool when you're out there enjoying your nice ride. So I'm going to flip this helmet right around to the front so you can see all of those nice wind tunnel vents. Now, another great feature of this helmet is it has a movable visor That way you can protect yourself from the sun as needed in any direction. Now, another great feature of this helmet is if you're right in between sizes, don't worry, it has an adjustable fit in the back, making it nice and convenient for you to get this helmet on your head to fit any shape. Now, you can check out this helmet at Sun & Ski Sports. Now, they have so many convenient locations, or you can shop online at their website at sunandski.com. That way you can keep yourself nice and safe out there on the trails. We want to thank them so much for bringing you this product of the week. We've got more after this.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at that local weather. Sponsored by Sun & Ski Sports for all your outdoor needs. Get over there, Chapel Square, Sun & Ski Sports. Great store, great items, and have some really good deals now that we're getting ready to transition into another season. Start thinking about getting those skis out and some of those wintertime activities, but not too soon. The weather is really good. 56 as you get up today. 77 is going to be the high today. Absolutely perfect day. Only a 20% chance of precipitation coming in. We've got some winds 10 to 20 miles an hour coming through, so we'll kind of see how that tapers in. That could blow in those later afternoon storms. Vail by the hour shows things just heating up slightly. Probably 5 o'clock, we'll see that 77 degrees, and then things will start to cool down again. So some great temperatures coming our way. That I-70 corridor, 90 degrees up in Denver, 77 in Vail. Avon has 80 degrees and 84 degrees in Eagle. So some beautiful daytime temperatures, but if you look at the nighttime, a low of 47 degrees, and then that sun setting at 8:10. So we'll see the temperatures start to taper down a little more as we move out of summer and closer to fall, but don't give up on that yet. That 5-day forecast has some really good temperatures coming in and some nice weather to get out and enjoy some outside activities. Friday, 77 degrees, a low of 50. Saturday, low chance of precipitation, partly cloudy, 78, 49 at night. Sunday, 30% chance of precipitation, so could be some storms coming in on Sunday, 76 degrees, 48 is going to be that low in the evening, and then Monday kind of goes up even a little bit more, 40% chance of thunderstorms moving in, 76 degrees is going to be the high with 50 being the low, and then Tuesday, back to a 20% chance of precipitation, partly cloudy, and 75 degrees. So we've got some great weather shaping up for some outside activities this weekend. Not too hot, not too cold, should be just right. We'll be back with more Good Morning Vail.
When we think libraries, we only think books, but that is not the case here at the Eagle Valley Library District, as they are the emporium of possibilities. And oh man, do we have possibilities behind us. And we've got Tegan Davis to walk us through all of the fun things. Tegan, thank you so much for meeting us.
Oh, thanks for coming and exploring with us. We appreciate that.
Exploring is the perfect word, especially because everything that's around us, you can take on an adventure.
You can, and hopefully adventures will be had with these. So that's what we wanted to supply. We have an outdoors community, so we wanted to have some materials to get people outside and enjoy their hobbies.
And so starting kind of on the far end, we've got some nice trekking poles. If you just need that little bit of support, you don't want to buy them, maybe you just need them for one solid 14er.
Right.
This is the place to come.
Or you want to test them out before you commit, or you have some guests or family coming in, and this is a good way to get them on the hill, and it does reduce the impact on your knees especially. So I highly recommend trekking poles.
And it's so nice. All you have to do is get a library card and you can come in and take any of the fun stuff that we're going to talk about. Okay, so next.
Okay, adventure pack. So you got your children, your family, you're out in Sylvan Lake. There's bugs. You can collect them. You can look at them. You can work on your orientation skills. We've got all sorts of goodies in here. And this bag is actually curated by Walking Mountains. And then we partnered with them they curated the bag and then we check it out so that you can get some nature education as you're out and about with your family. There's all sorts of fun things. This one's my favorite, cup the bug and then you can really look at it. So magnifying glass. There's just all sorts of fun, amazing things in this pack.
Are you bold enough to just cup the bug? I would have to do it on the ground.
Most likely on the ground. Yeah. I had one when I was little and I got a bee and I was very afraid to let go of the bee.
Right, you're like, it's going to be angry when it comes.
And then new to the collection of our library of things, we have disc golf. So there are courses within the valley. And so if you're new to the sport and you want to try it, we have the disc for you. Give it a whirl, have a good time outside. And then we also have bocce ball. So if you got some bunch of friends, again, if you don't want to commit, you just want to try it, we have a set for you to check out at the library.
Or if you're just doing like a weekend barbecue and you just need that little bit of yard entertainment, this is the place to come because you guys have everything.
We're working on it, and so this is part of Library of Things, and so we are in collection of things for people to check out.
All right, we're just going to keep going because there's so many objects around me, I feel like we have to get through them all.
Good. So what you're holding right now is a solar-powered light that you can use camping, and you can hook up your phone and it will charge it for you so that you can be out and about on the mountains and not worry about your phone dying.
Or the battery pack dying because it's solar. Amazing. We love when things are good for the environment.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to grab this lovely red bag and bring it right over here for you to talk all about.
Okay, so this was a partnership with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, and this is the State Park Pass. There's 42 state parks that you can travel to. You can come to the library, check out a state park pass for 7 days, and visit the park for free. In the bag, of course, includes some, some guidebooks, flora, fauna, so you know what you're looking at. But yeah, it's a great thing to take along and explore Colorado with.
The adventure pack and
pairs nicely.
So nicely because then you can be looking at flora, fauna under the little cupping microscope and really just get your education on.
Get immersed into our wildlife and into our atmosphere of Colorado.
And then maybe you're missing some camping gear as summer approaches. You're like, oh man, we're 2 chairs short for this camping trip.
Or you have someone tagging along that you weren't expecting. We do have camping chairs, so you can check out a camping chair. Or if you want to go and you want to see the live concerts here in Avon and you forgot all of your gear and you didn't schlep it over, come to the library with your library card and you can check out some stuff.
It's so easy, and I think people don't understand the possibilities that come from being a card holder at the library here with the Eagle Valley Library District. You guys not only have so many opportunities for great products to check out, but you also have so many great programs people can participate in as well.
We do, and so this summer we have our summer learning program for all ages, so you can win prizes for reading. So we're trying to make it fun all summer long, as well as free programs for kids all the way up to adults. So kids, teens, adults, stop on by, get your reading log, earn prizes for reading, and have a good time this summer at the libraries.
And then let's just talk about the process of getting a library card because I just got mine and it took all of 5 minutes.
You just need to come in with photo ID. It can be your driver's license, it could be your ski pass, your gym pass, anything with your picture on, and you will walk out the door with a library card. We try to make it so simple.
It's that simple for people to have access to all of these great items and all of these things that you may want to have throughout the summer.
Exactly, for free. So come on in, get your library card, and you can check all this out for free and have a good time.
Tegan, thank you so much for taking the time and walking us through all of the possibilities here at the library. It always blows my mind what you guys have to offer.
Well, thank you for coming in and exploring with me.
We're going to take a short break. I'm going to take this adventure pack. We're going to go look at some bugs, and then we'll come back with more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Familia de TV8, estamos muy emocionados de seguir avanzando nuestra programación en español. Recientemente tuvimos un exitoso evento donde colaboramos con nuestra comunidad para desarrollar ideas sobre nuestro contenido y nuestra programación en español. Así que muchísimas gracias a todas las personas que asistieron. Y si no tuviste la oportunidad de contribuir, aún puedes mandarme tus comentarios a través de correo electrónico. Y además te invitamos a seguir nuestras nuevas redes sociales para estar al tanto de todo nuestro contenido en español. Nos encuentras en Instagram y Facebook, @TV8 Conexión Latina, o nuestra página web tv8vail.com/Conexión Latina. Recuerda que puedes sintonizar toda la programación de TV8 a través del canal 92 de Comcast o nuestra página web tv8vail.com. TV8 is excited to continue making progress to our Spanish programming. We recently had a successful event at our studio where we collaborated with community members to develop ideas for the future of our Spanish programming. So thank you to everyone who came out. And if you didn't get a chance to contribute, you can still send me your comments via email. You can also now follow our new Spanish social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram at TV8 Conexión Latina, or our website tv8vail.com/Conexión Latina, so you can stay up to date on all our Spanish content. Remember, you can also tune in to all of our TV8 programming on Comcast Channel 92 or our website at tv8vail.com.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I?
Yes, I do. So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are now joined by Nikki Vars-McCullough, a respiratory expert with 3M Technologies, here to help us get a little bit of advice on how to protect ourselves from wildfires. Welcome to the show, Nikki.
Thank you so much.
So, out here in the West, wildfires are a danger every single summer, and it's gotten to the point where we can kind of just expect a pretty significant haze several weeks out of the year at least. So what could we do to kind of help protect our homes, especially if we don't have a built-in filtration system in like an AC unit?
Yeah, the smoke from wildfires is affecting all parts of the country. I'm in Minneapolis, and we're having a lot of really bad air quality days. The first thing that you should do, no matter what, is really try to seal your house up. So close your windows, close your doors. These particles are small, so closing your windows and doors is a really good step, but they still might get inside your house. So there's a couple things that you can do inside to help maintain your indoor air quality. The first is you don't want to put any more particles into the air. So you really want to try during the bad air quality days, try to avoid making a fire in your fireplace, burning any candles inside the home, doing certain types of cooking and vacuuming, really to try to keep the air out of your house. Now, if you don't have an HVAC system, you can use room air purifiers, which are units that you can put in a room, and they have high efficiency filters. They can filter that air. There are ways also to use a box fan and construct your own air filter using an HVAC filter. And again, if you do have an HVAC system, you do want to keep that fan running and use a high efficiency filter like a Filtrete air filter. Again, just filtering the particles to maintain good air quality inside is the goal.
So I've heard a little bit about using those box fans in an HVAC filter to kind of build your own home filtration system. Tell us a little bit more about how you would go about doing that. Do you need just one filter or a set of them?
Yeah, we've got some instructions on our website at 3m.com/wildfire safety. There's also other instructions online from like the Environmental Protection Agency. And a lot of it is going to depend on the amount of air, the size of your room, and how much air you need to filter. But it really is a simple construct of a box fan and getting high efficiency furnace filters. Now, these furnace filters have numbers on them, and the higher the number means the better they're going to be at filtering out those teeny tiny smoke particles. So you want to look for a furnace filter that has a rating, a number on it of MERV 13 or higher, or MPR 1900 or higher.
Gotcha. So really trying to make sure that we're getting those filters that are designed to filter out those really, really small and fine particles. What are things that you're really looking out for to know that today is the day to really seal that house up because of those small particles, as opposed to keeping the windows open because it's pretty warm out, and especially out here in the West, we don't always have AC in our buildings. It's not something that's super common.
Yeah, there is a measure called an air quality index, AQI. And you can go on the internet, there's apps. The Environmental Protection Agency publishes this. And when the AQI number is very high, then it tells you that the air is very poor in your area. And so you want to almost be checking this every day. And if you notice that the number is high, and it will also give you a color. So green is good, and the closer you get to red is bad. When green, you can open your windows. If you get into sort of that next range, it's unhealthy for certain people. So if you have children, elderly, or people with heart and lung disease in your home, you may want to start closing your home up then. But once we get up into unhealthy for everyone, the higher AQIs, that's when you really everyone needs to be taking measures immediately.
Well, and I would imagine that one measure that we can take in the event that we have to be outside, if we're working a manual labor job, are one of those fantastic 3M face masks that are widely available, especially after COVID. I know when I was working out a manual labor job outside, especially 2 years ago, it was so smoky that I was wearing a face mask outdoors pretty much all the time because of the air quality.
Yeah, wearing an N95 respirator mask, like this one I'm showing here, that's a really important measure that individuals can take if you have to be outside. The important thing is really to find one that fits your face and use it properly. because these particles are really small. And if there's a big gap around the edges, the particles will sneak through. So you really want to be wearing them, using both headbands, pressing that metal nose clip, and following the user instructions carefully. But it is one way to help reduce the particles you might breathe in.
So when you say looking to make sure that the mask is something that fits properly, are they one size fits all, or is it something that you kind of got to look for, like making sure that you've got a medium if you're a little bit more of a medium-sized head person?
Some of them do come in sizes, like a small or a medium-large size. Other ones are one size fits most people, most adults at least. This one is one size fits most. You really want to make sure that you're adjusting it. There are different styles. So sometimes it's not necessarily the size, it's just the style of it. And these respirators, N95 respirators, are really designed to fit adult faces. So if you have very young children, you might have trouble finding one that fits them. And so they might need to spend more time indoors during the bad air quality days.
Well, fortunately, most of the time our kids don't have to go to work.
Yeah, that's true.
So when we're talking about that low air quality days versus high air quality days, is that something that you would just check like the weather before you head outdoors, making sure that you've got your raincoat if it's going to rain, an extra sweater if it's going to be cold, or your new N95 mask if it's going to be smoky?
That is actually what I've been doing this summer. Here in Minneapolis, we're getting a lot of smoke from wildfires. And sometimes it looks fine in the morning, and throughout the day, it just gets really bad. So I keep N95 respirators in my purse. I've got them in my backpack. And that way, if the air does get bad, I can make a choice to put one on if I'm going to take a walk or run some errands, or if I need to do yard work, just to have them with me and make sure that I'm prepared, exactly like having an umbrella or a raincoat with me in case showers pop up.
Well, and one thing that I've taken to keeping an eye on is knowing where wildfires are in relation to me and taking a look at that wind forecast to see if that smoke is going to start blowing in my direction or not before I make my plans for the day. Do you have any last tips for us before I let you go, Nikki?
Yeah, on our website, 3m.com/wildfire safety, there is a lot of information about how to understand your air quality index, about using filters, and about using respirator N95 masks. Thank you so much for having me today, and I really hope that people can find these tips useful to help gain control during poor air quality times.
It's definitely some super valuable information. Nikki Vars-McCullough of 3M, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be right back with a little bit of weather and some more Good Morning Vail right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail, and again, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's take a look outside and see what that local weather is going to look like. 56 degrees getting up today. 77 is only going to be the high today, so a nice 77-degree day with 20% chance of precipitation coming in. So could have some of those afternoon showers coming in. We'll see. Vail by the hour shows everything warming up, probably at 77 degrees. We're going to see around 5 o'clock this afternoon. So not too hot out there, going to be a beautiful day. The corridor looks nice, 90 in Denver, 77 in Vail, 80 in Avon. Eagles showing 84 degrees and full sun. So it's going to be nice out there. 47 is going to be the low tonight. So if you're open up those windows and get some nice sleep this evening. The 5-day looks absolutely incredible. We've got a small chance of precipitation coming in maybe tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday going to be 76 degrees, partly sunny there, and then possibly a chance of thunderstorms coming in on Monday. So it looks like we're going to have a really, really good weekend shaping up. So if you want to get out and mountain bike, hike, not going to be too hot. Sun's not going to be beating down on you, so perfect opportunity to get out there.
There's a lot going on this weekend too, so the great weather is going to be perfect, especially for the Eagle Block Party kicking off tomorrow.
Eagle Block Party, that activity is so much fun when it comes around every year. Any of the farmers markets, whether it's Minturn or over in Vail, opportunity to get out there.
Exactly, and of course, biking, hiking trails, and all the fishing you can enjoy.
That's right.
As long as the water's not too warm.
As long as the water's not too warm. Mark Sassy will tell you that.
Absolutely.
But we had a great show today. It's so fun to see the diversity coming in from TV8 with the Spanish programming that we're starting to do. Glitz and Glamour with Gretchen. Avisha's doing, her Vail vibe. So a lot of fun stuff coming here to TV8.
That collective retreat looks like an absolutely amazing experience.
Yep.
Fortunately, I don't have to stay in Walcott too often.
Yeah. Well, get out there and enjoy the day. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Have some fun. And again, thank you for joining us here on TV8.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for